Hello, I'm Hamp Tanner with FireSense and want to make a quick video showing you how to replace some of the parts in our new Pro Series patio heater, our item number 61159, best patio heater on the market. Here we go. On the back of your burner is the access panel. So you want to take that out with a Phillips head screwdriver, 2 screws, very simple. Now, in here you'll see everything's connected. Down this way is an assembly that holds the ignition point and the thermocouple in it. We call that the ignition assembly. One screw will take it loose. Alright, this assembly has a screw with a lock wire or with a flat washer. I'm going to set that aside. Now on the inside here there is your igniter part and the thermocouple. Take this little box housing that protects these parts from damage. Just slide this back. Now I can access this on the thermocouple part, the brass fittings. Alright, it's possible to take it apart just with needle nose pliers. All you have to do is get this nut right here loose and then you can unscrew it with your finger. This is the thermocouple. There. These connectors just pull loose with your hand. This is the old thermocouple. We get out the new thermocouple. These connect to the tilt switch, which is located here. Doesn't matter which one you connect to which connector on the tilt switch. Just connect them both, make sure they're snug. Two. Now I'm going to connect this part back into the gas valve. Okay, my 8mm wrench. Okay, that's good. I'm going to run this through this little box assembly and into that hole right there, right back where it came from. You need to go back to the old one and take the brass nut off. So from the old one you've got your 2 brass nuts. Take one onto the thermocouple here, the new thermocouple, and this is going to be the one that's going to stop it. Screw it down. The first nut that you put on here, this is very important, pay attention to this for sure. There's a lot of threads here. You don't want to thread it down too far because that's going to put the tip of this thermocouple more into the flame than it needs to be, which is going to make it burn out faster. So what you want to do is leave yourself about 3 threads. You want to see about 3 threads. So that's about 1/8 of an inch here. Can you see that? Alright, then put it through the hole. See where we are? Now I've got about 2 threads. Alright, I'm going to give myself about 2 threads here for this nut right here that's going to hold it in place. Those 2 threads are all I need. Before I tighten it, come in close. You can see the relationship or the space between this spark igniter and this tip of the thermocouple, and that the thermocouple doesn't stick up beyond the top of this windshield. You've got about, you know, a 1/16 or 1/8 of an inch of space there. And then if you look from this angle, you don't see any threads above that nut. You don't need to see that. Now I can take my needle nose pliers and tighten that. Inside here, no threads showing. Can you see that? right? That'll be the most effective way to reassemble that thermocouple so that this tip isn't too far into the flame and burning out too quickly. All right, now I'm going to put this box back here, put the one screw and the flat washer that came with it back into it before we put this back into the unit. But before I stick it inside the unit, I need to go back to my other screw with the flat washer, put that through this hole that it came out of. All right, now, see, I've got it, just gravity's helping me out now. Gonna go down, down, down to the hole in here. Get my screwdriver in place, line it up, and then tighten it. All right, take the access panel, put this end in first. Might have to squeeze it a little bit. Make sure it is inside the mesh on this side and this side, and then replace these screws, which is probably the easiest part. And that's it. That's a new thermocouple in the burner unit.